Pleased to be joined by Erik Vance, head coach of the South Plains College Track and Field Program. Coach Vance, it's been quite a while since we got to do this. We spent the last year and a half trying not to fall down and keep our heads above water. Welcome back. Your season is off to a great start. You're ranked first in the indoor national rankings on the men's side. Your women are also in the top 5. Talk about some of the things you've had success with. You had a huge week last week at A&M. I'll kind of give you the floor and let you roll with it.
It's good to be back. This is a season that we've actually got to have some, probably as close as we've been to normalcy in almost 2 years. It's 2 years ago that we March we got shut down right after indoor nationals at Liberty, and since then it's been a lot of madness. So this season we've got to get back to our normal schedule, get to see our folks that we haven't seen in a long time, get to go compete against some high-level Division I folks. No more indoor outdoors, which not upset about. So to have all that, just kind of be back to a position where week in, week out, we're getting on indoor tracks, we're competing against high-level programs. It's been really nice.
Yeah.
So far this season, we've had 3 meets, so basically we're halfway through our indoor season. Couldn't be happier with where we are in a lot of areas. The guys' team is really solid. We've got a lot of depth. We've got a lot of guys that give us some options to do various different things with. But we've also got some folks, some field events, and some stuff with traditionally we might not necessarily have had as many points, or they're not in that middle distance, long sprint group. They're going to be big contributors for us as well. The women, we had a little bit of a slow start, just kind of getting some things figured out. Not as much experience competing on that level, probably on that women's team, just due to COVID and a pretty heavy group of freshmen. But last weekend they really figured it out, really made a big giant step forward, and I think with that month to go to nationals, I think they're going to really be somebody to contend with when we get there.
You had a Kudo went out and jumped a Zimbabwe national record that we've confirmed. It's also a South Plains College indoor high jump record, and the number 6 all-time mark. Talk about where he's at, where he can be, and what he can mean to the team.
Kuda Kwashe, a.k.a. Kuda, a.k.a. Sky, he's a special talent. You go jump 7.2.5 in your third collegiate meet as a 19-year-old. That's something that really speaks volumes about what his potential is. I think he can jump. I think he can jump really high. I know there's things we can improve on. But what I'm excited, probably most of anything about him, is he's just excited to be here. He's excited to work. If you watch the video of that jump, it is pure joy when he clears 215 and clears 220. So I think we're just getting started. I know he's excited to be a Texan. I know he's excited to be a part of the team. And that joy he has is infectious. Everybody was in the stands watching him, clapping him up, getting him ready to go. And the first people he acknowledged after he jumped 220, he came and he had his jersey and the Texans to the folks in the stands that were watching him and supporting him. So I'm excited about what he can bring from just being electric and doing those things. He's in a good group. Davion Williams does a good job there in the high jump. Nelvin can jump. Amaya Brown is having a really good year. Has already equaled her high school PR multiple times, and has bigger bars coming behind it. So that's really a strength. We've got a really good high jump group this year.
Another highlight you had last week, sticking with the men, you ran a 3:07 in the 4x4. Obviously, that has proven to be one of the top 10, top 12 marks at all levels. That's got to be something pretty special and something you got to be excited about.
The big thing about that group that probably excites me more than anything is the fact that they're deep. We have run progressively faster every week, and we've been rotating and moving that order around. And those kids, we've had really good 4x4 groups in the past. Obviously the 305 group that Coach Wiley and Coach Bean had, that group was special, and they did it a couple times. That's pretty unheard of for the junior college level. I think now the top 6 times ever run in junior college at least, probably a little bit more than that, are all run by South Plains College. So it is tradition that we run well in that event. But this group, it's not 4 guys that we push out on the track every time and they go run and they're going to do well. But if somebody's not quite on, they're not going to run well. We have 6-7 guys easily that could be on that relay that could run as fast as anybody else. So it makes difficult coaching, but it also makes it really easy because I don't think we can get it wrong. Like, I think we can put any of those 6-7 guys out there. I know they're all going to compete, and they're all capable of laying down a pretty quick time.
You won 3 titles last year, which at this school we kind of throw that around like, oh yeah, we won another one, great. But that's got to be something you're building upon. You haven't taken a step back this year on either side. How do you feel the kids have reacted? And we've talked about this year. You go to a place like Texas A&M, and you're surrounded by giants. I mean, University of Alabama, Coach Wiley, Texas A&M, Arkansas. I mean, you're surrounded by schools that are elite of the elite, and you're going out there and you're not being blown off the track. You're holding your own in every facet. How good is that to see, and how do you feel the kids have responded to that?
It's something that takes time. I didn't feel like I felt like I don't feel like we shrunk from the moment early in the season because Texas Tech had some really solid meets with some stellar teams. I mean, LSU was there, USC was there, and I felt like early on, those first couple meets we did struggle a little bit with wondering about who was around us. This week was one of the first weeks where it was very clear we didn't care. Yeah. It didn't matter to us. You talk about winning the titles last year. Last year was special. Like. It's not often that a year is going to come around where when it comes to track championships, your worst finish is going to be second. And I'd love for this year to be that way, and I hope it can be. And I think there is the potential for that. I think we can have another year like that. But what's really impressed me with this bunch of kids is they're not settling. They're not satisfied. Those that have returned, they're not satisfied with, we won. We got us a ring last year. They're hungrier than ever. Like, I feel like this group has more fire to go out and do it again than probably any I've had here recently, especially coming off one. They don't expect it to be given to them. They don't expect that, and it's just automatic they would win. Like, they're here to put the work in to try to repeat what we did last year.
We got to talk about that because I think it's something sometimes we can, not the coaches, but on the outside, you kind of take it for granted. The amount of work that it takes to you put in each day, each week by week, month by month to get where you want to be. Just talk about the work ethic of these kids and how it's progressed to this point.
Well, I would tell you, there's not very many people that do track because track practice is fun. Like, yeah. It's not something, they're all games. Like, we're all sports, we're all games, but. And everyone has the facets that are not, enjoyable to do. But in reality, day in, day out track practice is not the most entertaining thing you can pick to do on your day. But this bunch, they show up every day. They show up ready to work. We have way more quality practices than we do not. They build each other up. They pull each other up. And really, the sophomore folks have set a tone for this is the level of work we want to do. This is how we're going to do. And they go out there expecting every day to get better. So that sets us up in a position where they can really continue to improve and hopefully, put some times down.
We're going to be back at Tech this weekend, Friday and Saturday. Following that meet on Sunday, I know you're going to have some interest, probably, I don't know, from 2 to 9 p.m., we'll say.
Yeah, maybe something
maybe
like
earlier,
that.
Maybe later, I don't know. We'll talk about that later, but give us your Super Bowl prediction. I know you got some interest in this one, being an LSU guy. There's a Bengal Tiger playing for the Bengals now in Cincinnati. What's your prediction? Can Joey Burrow do it again? Jamar Chase, will they light it up? Where are we at?
I have to. 2019. If you were around me at all in 2019, you know that. I was all about the 2019 Joe Burrow.
Yeah, we heard it every day.
Yeah, no, Jordan definitely heard it every day because he thought Ohio State was going to win, and it was never going to happen.
Yeah,
it was never going to happen. But
don't take me back to that year.
But I've got a special place in my heart for those guys. It was one of the most fun football seasons I've ever got to watch, and I got to go with Burrow and Chase. I think they're going to go down a touchdown or two, come back in the fourth quarter, win by 4.
That's your prediction.
That's my prediction.
I think the Rams are a 4-point favorite, and you look at their roster. It's a little bit deeper, but it's just something. Burrow just has the magic.
Don't bet against Joe.
I'm not. He's like Tom Brady.
Joe.
He's the next Tom Brady, man. I'm telling you right now. You heard it here. He's the next Tom Brady.
All right, it's on record.
He's got that cool factor about him. He's so calm in the pocket. You can't beat him.
Don't bet against Joe. That's all I got to
What's
say.
the final score?
28-24.
Okay, I'm in the same ballpark.
Yeah.
The LA is playing at home, so that may make some of a difference, but I don't think Joe Burrow cares. So, all right, Coach, we appreciate it. We'll see you on Friday.
Come out and watch us this weekend. Going to be a good meet. Going to be lots of good things. We've got our kids spread out. We're kind of trying to work on some things, get qualified, finish off what we need to do, improve some seed time. So come out and see us this weekend. It's a good place to watch meet. It's a good show.
And we'll be back at Tech next weekend, too, next Friday.
Yes, sir. Next Friday.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. We'll see you this weekend, and go Tigers.